Good day, students. In our last lecture, we have completed with chapter number 2. In the last lecture, we did the revision of the 2 chapters that we have completed. Today, we will start with chapter number 3, that is indices and cube root, which is on page number 14 of your mathematics textbook. So, basic rules of indices or the law of indices are a raised to m cross a raised to n is equal to the addition. Whenever there is multiplication of base, the indices gets adds up. Whenever there is division of base, the indices or the powers get subtracted. Whenever a cross b the whole raised to m is there, so the power gets contributed to each and every term, that is a raised to s m cross b raised to m. Whenever a raised to 0 is there, the value for the same is 1. The laws of indices are written over here. This you are supposed to copy in your notebook, the 8 laws of indices. And using the same laws of indices, few questions are given to you all. This is based on this. So this will be addition of 5 and 2. So this will become 7. Again this is subtraction of 7 and 9. So subtraction will be minus 2. Again this is multiplication. 5 4s is 20. This is minus m. Here will become m. The fifth law. So here it will become 3. 5 raised to 0 is 1. 5 raised to 1 is 5. Again this will become 5 square cross 7 raised to 2. This is 5 cube 7 cube. This will become 7 upon 5 raised to 3. Here the power was negative. Here the power is positive. This I will be sending all the PDF. Moving ahead to the first practice set, that is practice set 3.1. We are given the values to express the numbers in the index form. We are given some numbers and we are supposed to express it in the index form. So the first question says fifth root of 13. Whenever we are given fifth root, sixth root, seventh, eighth, ninth or anything, the root will be 1 upon whatever the root is. So we are given first is fifth root of 13. So 13 raised to 1 upon 5. The second one is sixth root of 9. So 9 raised to 1 upon 6. The third one is square root. Square means 2. Cube means 3. So square root of 256, that means 256 raised to 1 upon 2. Cube root of 17, that means 17 raised to 1 upon 3. The fifth one is 8th root of 100, that means 100 to the power 1 upon 8. The next one is 7th root of 30, and matlab 30 raised to 1 upon 7. These are the answers for question number 1, that is expressing the following numbers in index form. Now for question number 2, we are given write in the nth root of a in each of the following numbers. We are given the values in index form. We are supposed to express it in the form of nth root of a. So the first one is given to us is 84 raised to 1 upon 4. Again 4. That means fourth root of 81. The second one is 41 raised to 1 upon 2. That means square root of 49. The answer is square root of 49. The third one given to us is 15 raised to 1 upon 5. The answer will be fifth root of 15. 5 means fifth root. Coming to the fourth one, that is 512 raised to 1 upon 9. That means ninth root of 512. Coming to the fifth one, that is 100 raised to 1 upon 19. That means 19th root of 100. And the last one says 6 raised to 1 upon 7. That means 7th root of 6. Along with this, the practice set first one, that is 3.1 gets completed. First question was to write in the index form. The second was to write in the nth root of a form. So both the solution we have seen over here. Moving ahead to practice set 3.2. Moving ahead to practice set 3.2. The first sum says complete the following table. We are given a table we are given few numbers and we are supposed to write the power of the root and the root of the power. The first one is being solved for us, that is 225 raised to 3 upon 2. The upper half is your power and the lower half is the root. So the upper half is cube. So cube of square root of 225. The upper half is power, the lower half is root, and this is the number. So cube of square root of 225. And again in the root of power, so square root of cube of 225. It is nothing but a raised to m upon m. M is the power of the root and n is the root of the power. So we are supposed to write it in the statement. So moving ahead to second one. The second one has the value of 45 raised to 4 upon 5. So 4 will be the power and 5 will be the root. So statement will be fourth power of fifth root of 45. And on the right hand side, that is root of power column, we will have fifth root of fourth power of 45. Once we are supposed to read it upside down and then on the first the denominator, then the numerator, then the number. Moving ahead to third one, that is 81 raised to 6 upon 7. So 6 is the power, 7 is the root. So sixth power of seventh root of 81. Again on the next column, seventh root of sixth power of 81. Seventh root of sixth power of 81. Moving ahead to fourth one, 100 raised to 4 upon 10. 4 is the power, 10 is the root. So fourth power of 10th root of 100 and 10th root of fourth power of 100. First this way, the other time this way. Moving ahead to the fifth one, that is 21 raised to 3 upon 7. So third power of seventh root of 21 or seventh root of third power of 21. This is the solution for question number 1 of 3.2. Moving ahead to the second part, we are given here in the rational indices form. Write the following numbers in the form of rational indices. Again, root will be on the lower half, power will be on the upper half, that is numerator is your power, denominator is your root. So we are given square root of fifth power of 121. So the answer will be 121 raised to 5 upon 2. The answer will be 121 raised to 5 upon 2. Moving ahead to the second one, it is cube of fourth root of 324. So cube is your power, root is 4. So the answer will be power is cube, so 3 upon 4 and the value is 324. So the answer is 324 raised to 3 upon 4. Moving ahead to third, fifth root of square of 264. That means root will be 5, square is your power. Power is on the numerator, root is in the denominator. So the value or answer will be 264 raised to 2 upon 5. Moving ahead to the last sum, that is cube of cube root of 3. So root is also cube and the power is also cube, that means 3. So 3 raised to 3 upon 3. This is the solution for the question number 2. Along with this sum, the practice set 3.2 gets completed. Moving ahead to practice set 3.3. Practice set 3.3 is based on finding out the cube roots. The first question says find the cube roots of the following numbers. We are given 6 numbers and we are supposed to find out the cube roots of each value. So the first term given to us is 8000. 8000 can be written as 8 multiplied by 1000. Again, I have told you all in the revision also to learn the cube roots from 1 to 15. So you all can, if you all know or you have learnt, you all can say that the cube of 2 is 8 and the cube of 10 is 1000. So I have used it directly. 2 raised to 3 cross 10 raised to 3. Again using the indices property, a raised to m cross a raised to n is equal to a cross b the whole raised to m. I have used the same property over here. 2 multiplied by 10 raised to cube. 2 tens are 20. 20 raised to cube. So the cube root of 8000 will be 20. Moving ahead to the second sum, that is 729. 729 can be written as 9 cross 81. If you all know the cube roots, this is the cube of 9. Directly you all can say. So I am writing 9 multiplied by 81. 81 is 9 9s are 81. So this becomes 9 raised to 3. So 729 is cube root. The cube root of 729 is 9. Moving ahead to the third one, that is 343. Again, this is directly the cube of 7. So 7 multiplied by 49. 7 multiplied by 7. 7s are 49. So the answer is 7 raised to 1, 2, 3. 3. So the cube root of 343 is 7. Moving ahead to the fourth one, that is minus 512. This is also directly the cube root of 8. Again, 2 multiplied by 256. We are this is the larger value, so we are finding out the factors of it. So 2 multiplied by 256. Again 256 is 2 multiplied by 128. Again 128 is 2 multiplied by 64. So here we get 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 3 times, and 64 is cube root of 4. 4 4s are 16. 16 4s are 64. So again using the same, a raised to m cross b raised to m is equal to a cross b the whole raised to n. This is the law of indices. So base is multiplied, that is 2 multiplied by 4, the power is 3. 2 4s are 8. Everywhere there is a negative sign because the value given to us is negative. So answer will be minus 8 raised to 3. So the cube root of minus 512 is minus 8. Moving ahead to the fifth one, that is minus 2744. Again this is directly the cube of 14. We are finding the factors. 8 multiplied by 343. Again 343 is cube of 7. So 7 multiplied by 49. 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. So 8 is a cube root of 2. 7 raised to 3. Again same property, a raised to m cross b raised to m is equal to a cross b the whole raised to m. This is 2 multiplied by 7, 2 7s are 14. So 14 raised to 3. So the cube root of minus 2744 is minus 14. Moving ahead to the last sum of this question, that is 32768. So again finding out the factors. 8 multiplied by 4096. Again 8 multiplied by 8 into 512. Again 8 multiplied by 64. So here 8 is 3 times, 64 is cube of 4. So again a raised to m cross b raised to m is equal to a cross b the whole raised to m. This is 8 4s are 32, 32 raised to 3. So the cube root of 32768 is 32. Moving ahead to the question number 2, that is simplify. We are given two values and we are supposed to simplify. The first one is cube root of 27 upon 125. So I am taking the numbers 27 and 125. 27 is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, that is 27 is cube of 3 and 125 is cube of 5. So this is 3 to the power 3, 5 to the power 3. So cube root, or the answer will be cube root of 27 upon 125 is equal to cube root of 3 and cube root of 5. This is nothing but 3 upon 5. So the answer of 27 upon 125, that is cube root of 27 upon 125 is 3 upon 5. Moving ahead to the second sum. The second one is 16 upon 54. 16 can be written as 8 2s are 16 and 54 can be written as 27 2s are 54. 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2. We are left with 8 upon 27. 8 is a cube root of 2. 27 is a cube root of 3. So this becomes 2 to the power 3, 3 to the power 3. So the cube root of 16 upon 54 is 2 to the power 3, 3 to the power 3. Everything is under cube root. So this becomes 2 upon 3. So therefore the cube root of 16 upon 54 is 2 upon 3. Moving ahead to the question number 3, that is the last question, is if cube root of 729 is 9, then what is the value for the cube root of 0.00729? We are given cube root of 729 as 9, then we are supposed to find out the cube root of 0.00729. The solution is, this can be written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 729 upon 6 times 0. Again, putting the cube on each of the values. So cube of 729 upon cube of 1 and 6 times 0. This is the cube root of 9 which is given to us, and the 6, the cube root of 100 is 10 lakh. So this becomes 9 upon 100. So the answer will be 0.09. 2 zeros, that means two values and then a decimal point. So the answer of cube root of 0.000729 is 0.09. Along with this, the chapter number 3, that is indices and cube root, gets completed. I'll be sending you all the PDF, copy all the sums in your notebook, and I have seen many of you all don't see the videos, just copy the PDF. So first see the video, understand each and every sum, and then copy. That would be quite easier for you all. If you know and understand each and every sum, so that will be easy for you to do this on everything on your own also. That's all for today. Thank you.